Hi, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. My name is Danny the Cat, and welcome to the final roll. I'm your DM and host, Danny the Cat. Once again, I said that. Nevertheless, we're playing Wild Beyond the Witchlight tonight. This is just a pre-recording. We're going to be going live next month with this brand new character and player. Soup, would you like to introduce yourself?
Hello, I'm Osupa. I'll be playing a tiefling monk named Shinsu Helnar. They're gonna be kind of an interesting character. Maybe some inner conflict, maybe some outer conflict. We'll see.
All right. So, uh, before we actually start our game, how about tell the audience what you do when you're not playing D&D?
Okay, yeah. When I'm not playing D&D on the weekends, I'm usually streaming Monday through Thursday on Twitch at Elsupa. It'll be Elsupa .twitch TV. I usually be streaming variety games like Valorant, Darkest Dungeon. I also play roguelikes. I'm also probably gonna delve back into Minecraft because I've been getting the itch, but you usually just see me over there or just kind of chilling in any other of the discords of my streamer friends. But yeah, other than that, that's it.
Minecraft itch, it always happens randomly, doesn't it?
Yeah, you just have the weird urge to just play it for some reason. You're like, I feel like building for like a month or two.
Oh yeah. I For some reason I always go back right into creative mode, and that's my favorite part about the game is just creative mode, trying to see what else I can create that works in their world. But everyone has their
Yeah, that,
difference.
hmm Yeah, I like both. I sometimes I just kind of mess around creative for like hours, and other days I'll just do like a hardcore survival world, seeing how long I can survive without dying.
Yeah, see, that's good.
hmm
All right. So what we're doing is we're going to be doing a session 0. We're going to try to get Soup up to where our other players are currently at. So that way they will be able to interact with them on our next session. If you're missing out on this on Twitch, I apologize. But do note my videos all get uploaded onto YouTube as the final roll. And, Soup, if you want to plug in your stuff, just send me your link and I'll be able to put it onto the YouTube channel for you.
Of course.
Now, with that said, Soup, where does your character live?
Uh, I say he used to live in a monk temple, but since he's on this path of discovery, I think he's just kind of a nomad in a sense. He's just kind of like place to place wherever he can sleep. He I guess he doesn't really have a settled home at the moment. Just kind of a wanderer.
Alright, in that case, what we're going to do is we're going to do a little flashback for when you were a kid, if that's cool with you.
Mm-hmm.
Sweet. Describe your childlike state.
Hmm. I feel like Shinsu would be those tieflings that are very much spiteful of everyone and everything until he's in the temple and starting to be more figuring out there's more discipline to the world than just being chaotic and only thinking about himself. And I'm sure that resemblance of living in a monk temple and having no real connection to family whatsoever, he probably felt that there's a sense of loneliness and survival to him because he's very much different from the other monks in the temple, very much a human-like temple, and he's probably the only tiefling there. So he probably gets odd eyes and looks in some sort. So he's kind of the mischievous one. I feel like that's what his childhood would probably look like.
Alright. Would your character end up being by himself at any time? Him.
Yeah, he'll probably find himself like since he's kind of like a little bit of an outcast. He'll probably hide in stalls or in areas in the temple where no one can bug him. Kind of just being a loner.
Just for the fun of it, go ahead and describe one of your favorite spot for your character being.
Hmm. I would say that in the temple when they go and like do their martial arts studies for like the day, everyone usually leaves, and he kind of just finds a reserved corner in that place where they go and like practice their martial arts and just kind of stays there for the rest of the day, while everyone else kind of just leaves after they're done.
All right. You're you're there. You see your master, one of the few teachers here, finally leave this room. You're in silence, doing what you need to do. You know, train, relax, meditate, whatever it is that you need to do. When you hear a giggle behind you. Pardon me if I mess this type of giggle up.
Hmm.
Yeah, she goes, type of sound. What do you...
God.
Huh?
Go ahead.
No, no, you go ahead.
Oh, sorry, I had to turn you up. I was like, oh, sorry, I couldn't really hear it. You kind of tuned out.
Oh, sorry, sorry. Yeah, all I did was giggle.
Okay.
So, and your character hears this. What do you want to do?
Okay. He'd probably freak out and turn around very quickly since he's still a child, and he'd probably look around and be like, who's here? Who do you want?
Nothing. What is it that you want?
He kind of just stands there in shock. Does he see the what made the giggle, or is it just a
At the,
voice in the room?
it's just a random voice. There's no point of origin.
Who are you? What do you want? You say that again.
I
Probably
want
be freaking out a
a,
little bit.
I want a lot of things. But I also like meeting new people. You seem fun.
What do you mean? I'm just a loner. I just sit here and train all day, and I have nothing to do with anybody.
That's not true at all. Right behind a pillar from this training hall, you see a small girl. She's looks like a tiefling, like you, but red skin, no, like vibrant red, and she's wearing a monk attire. You train funny.
I train funny?
Yeah,
What do you mean?
you copy them.
That is what I'm supposed to do. I'm trained to learn the martial arts of this temple.
True. But there's more than just copying. Have you ever killed someone?
No. Why would I need to kill somebody?
Hmm, so boring. There's lots that we can teach. Have you ever thought that your teacher may be wrong?
Sometimes I feel like they just teach, but they don't care.
They're used to it. live as long as they do. They tend to do so.
How are you here? I should be the only tiefling in this temple.
But you're not the only tiefling, are you?
No.
True at this temple, but there's many tieflings in the world and the worlds beyond. In front of your face, she just flat out disappears.
I'll definitely freak out. I'll look around. And I'll probably...
Go ahead.
I'll probably look around and just like start looking everywhere and seeing like, where did she go?
Roll me a d20 for dexterity.
D20, okay. Is this like a dexterity check?
Yep.
Okay, dexterity check. A 9.
For some darn reason, you fall on your face. And right behind you, that same tiefling appears. You're not very talented.
I would get up and be like, that's why I train. That's why I'm here still training. To become more talented.
True, but not everyone's going to know martial arts. How can you fight someone that doesn't have it?
I don't know. I guess I'll just look down on the ground. Kind of defeated.
Fight me. She has like a smile that would even give a Cheshire cat the creeps.
Why do you want me to fight you?
How else are you supposed to train?
I guess at this moment he'll kind of wipe away like maybe some teary eyes that he gets from the situation. And he's like, fine. And he gets in a martial arts stat.
Alright, roll for initiative.
12.
Give me a second, I didn't bring out my dice. Oh, come on, plastic container. Give me my dice. Alright, I got a 3. So that means
I got a 12.
you go first.
At this point, would I just be using my unarmed strikes, or would it just be anything?
I would say just... Yeah, you could use anything. If you want to go ahead and equip something, she's definitely allowing you to, like, prep for this fight.
Mm-hmm.
But she's definitely going as... She gets into the stance like an unarmed stance. But she's only balancing on one foot.
Yeah, I'm gonna go unarmed strike as well then.
Alright.
Alright. I think for me, I guess I'll use my unarmed strike as an action and my bonus action unarmed strike to do to attack.
Be my guest.
The first one was a 13, and the second one to hit was a 7. So I
13,
got 13 to 7 to hit.
13 hits.
All right. 6 bludgeoning damage.
Nice.
And yeah, that'd be my turn for this.
All right, let me go ahead and write that down. She looks at you and it's like, she gives you a smile. She was happy that you hit her. She goes and does 2 strikes at you. One is a 12. Does that
Doesn't
hit?
hit.
Ah. And the other one is at 16.
16 hits.
Sweet. What is a unarmed strike?
Whatever your I think it's. Oh, oops. Actually, yeah, I'm a monk, so I have no idea. Usually it goes off your strength. Mine's a 1d4 plus 2.
I'm just gonna use the same thing, then.
Mhm.
My gosh, the D4 is hard to pick up. So 3 points of damage then.
Alrighty. I'm guessing I noticed the smiling, right?
Oh yeah, she's definitely like, you could tell, even though you hit her pretty well, it looked like it did no damage to her.
Ooh. Alright, I guess I'll take a pause between the fight and be like, you're a lot stronger than you look.
True. And not true.
And I go in for 2 unarmed strikes again.
Alright, go ahead.
First one was a 6, and the second one was an 11.
None of them hit. Oh, I love it. As you go through and try to hit her, she just dodges and weaves around your very strikes. And she does give us a little smile. In fact, let me see. All right. During that time period, as you're trying to hit her, she manages to sneak in a kiss on your cheek.
Okay. I guess if you being a kid, I'd be confused. I'd be like, why'd you do that for?
The question is, why not? And then she strikes at you.
Okay.
Natural 20.
I'm about to be down for sure.
And a 17.
Oh yeah, they both hit.
Let's see.
I only got 6 HP left, so I'm pretty sure I'm down.
Well, this one is I rolled a 4 plus 2. That's 6, and then another 4. But one of them has to be doubled because of the D20. So that's let's see here, 6, 7, 8. So that's 18 points.
18 points? Yeah, I'm down.
You're down. All right. She does not hit you to the point where you're unconscious, but you are hurting. And she goes over to you and lends her hand towards you. Do you take it?
I think I would be freaked out, and I think I would attempt to run away outside of wherever we're at.
All right. In that case, roll me. What would be? Roll me a dexterity save.
Okay. A 21.
Okay, we both got the same number.
Oh.
We're equals on that one. See here. I would say you barely get out of the way, but you feel her hand upon your ankle. And as soon as you feel that, you feel like a magical source goes through your entire body. Go ahead and bring up your health to full.
Okay.
Do you still
I'm so
run?
confused. I guess I'll stop for a second and I'll look behind me. What do I see when I'm running away when I try to look behind me?
She's gone.
Oh, I continue running then. I'm booking it.
All right.
No one's gonna believe me when I try to explain it to them.
I would say after that, that's the first time and last time you see her.
Oh, okay.
You get out of that memory state, and we get to your adult form. Describe what your adult form looks like.
He's a very different looking tiefling. He has this robe-like monk clothing around him, kind of more wrapping than actual like cloak. He is a gray tiefling with these darker gray irises of eyes, with these horns that stick out, with a grayish white hair. He also has these type of gold sigmas or like jewelries attached to his skin that kind of makes him look like he has gold pieces of like jewelry all over his body, but they're more like tattoo painting type of looking things on his body, and he just kind of just on a tree, probably on top of a tree, just sitting there, listening, observing life and all it and what's going on around him. Really, just meditating.
As you're meditating right there, you hear a very familiar voice and an arm across your back and around your shoulder. This is a very beautiful sight. What do you do?
I'm gonna remain calm, be like, it is. And who am I speaking to?
You don't recognize me. But then again, you don't know my name, do you? But what's in a name? I don't know your name.
True. Some call me a monk. Some call me Helnor. Some call me Shinsu. Whatever name you choose, they're all fine with me.
She smiles like crazy. Helnor. Helnor. Helly! I will call you Helly.
I, three options? Yes, I suppose that's fine.
You become powerful, haven't you?
Power, probably not. More wise would probably be the better answer to that.
Wisdom is a type of power, is it not?
Yes, it is. I
This,
guess our version of power could be deferred to many different things.
as you say that, this tiefling girl changes her form right in front of you, turning into the same age, but a dragonborn this time. She looks at her hands, well, her one hand that's not around your shoulder, and She's like, I'm becoming weaker.
Weaker.
Yes,
It seems.
it
It,
seems what?
it seems the grasp of time gets to all of us eventually.
I wish. I'm the cause of the grass of time. I'm the cause of everything. And I don't want to be.
You're given a task that you didn't want in this world.
No, it's just that I was given myself a task and never expected the results. Good results. Bad tasks.
And why do you approach me now, after all this time?
You seem fun. Tell me, have you killed someone yet?
I don't believe I have.
Hmm, you soon will. I need you to. There. I will admit I'm selfish. I will admit that I love to see people die. And I will admit that there is a lot in this world that is unexplained. Would you be interested into becoming something new?
Something new.
I know that you want to learn to be what you are not, but exactly same time, similar to what you are. Is that not true?
Hmm. I ponder these things at times, but could I really call myself a better person if I change in such a way?
No, because a better person does not exist. You could only be a better you.
Hmm. And what do these changes entail for someone such as I?
The world may never know, but that all depends upon you. Once again, her figure changes, but this time it's no longer a dragonborn. She looks like she's made out of water.
Huh. You seem to take on many different forms. Is this to appease the person you're around?
Now, I can normally take one form and stay that form. I can choose to be who I want to be, but I am all forms and no forms. I am an abstract. But
Hmm.
that's why I approached you. My abstract life is in danger. Would you help me?
I see. I suppose I have a debt to you. that I must repay some way. You taught me a valuable lesson that day, and I
That
suppose I can return the favor.
that was a fun day. You actually hit me. Who hits a little girl? Even though she's a humanoid water figure, you could kind of
Mhm.
see her blush.
You were tempting me to attack you. I did only what had to do at that moment. Oh, so you tripped me, and that was kind of unfair.
So true, so true. Let's bring this world to a fairness then. I had a funny encounter not too long ago. I met a couple of heroes. Well, not just a couple, 4 of them. One passed away. It was so good to see something like that. I got to see a cat. And I got to see twins. They're on a journey like no other. And I know where they're going. I believe they will need your help.
And
My
help them, I shall.
good. As soon as you say that, you feel like you're sitting on nothing, and all of a sudden you're falling.
I'm just falling in just endlessly,
Like,
just
yeah,
lifting her up below me.
you feel like the branch just disappeared on you and you're gone. Out of nowhere. And for the audience's point of view, it just looks like our player just fell into a magical portal.
Okay, for the first time in the whole encounter, I will like actually open up both my eyes instead of like just kind of opening it for a second to see the changes, and I'll be like, I'll look down and what do I see?
You see a rising mountain coming straight towards you. Or is it that you're coming straight towards it? Full of trees and rocks and sharp pointy edges. And you're still falling at high speeds. The dark, gloomy clouds and rainfall, plus a swampy land just below that. It does not look like it's going to be a fun thing. What do you want to do?
I think in my head, well, I wasn't expecting this in this fine day, but well, let's roll with it. As I'm falling, I'll pull out my quarterstaff and maybe see if I can kind of maybe find a tree where I could like get my quarterstaff stuck in between 2 branches.
Alright. Roll me a flat d20.
Okay, 5d20. Oh no, it's a 9.
As you're trying to like get your quarterstaff stuck somewhere so that way you can catch yourself, it doesn't catch and you fall. And as soon as you fall, you see the branches move, and one of them misses you like barely, but the other one grabs you spot on upside down, and he's got you like right at your lower waist area. And this is a hefty branch. It's a wooden arm and hand that's curled around you. You're grabbed by an awakened tree.
Oh, hey, nice catch.
It talks. The blasted thing talks.
Yeah, yes, I believe I can talk.
The tree behind you says, "Kill it." okay?
Oh, uh, perhaps before we get to hasty action, may I ask your name?
Hmm. Roll me a persuasion check. Yeah, roll me for persuasion.
A 13.
Name? He looks at his friend. What's a name? The other guy, you can't see him, but you get the feeling that he gives off that sound.
A name is something that is given to you by your parents. Do you have a parent?
I am apparently going to kill you. Does that count?
Not necessarily, and I kind of use my one hand to point at myself. I'm Shinsu. I am a monk from a different land. I am very inclined to nature, actually, and find you both very interesting.
Then why did you try to hit me with that staff?
Oh, yeah, it was a misunderstanding, you see. I was falling from the sky, and I was trying to brace myself from an inedible fall to my death.
He's another one of those hags. A hag, are you?
I believe not necessarily. I suppose I could be considered some sort of hellish creature that could be considered a hag. I'm not. I'm sorry. My social skills have been very partial. I've been very low and for a very long time.
All right, we got a better idea for you. He flips you upside up this time. It starts walking you to like a cliffside on the mountain. It's very narrow, and he practically like pushes you against it. Half your feet is literally off the mountain. The other half is keeping you held up there. That's how narrow this is. I'll tell you what. If you could dodge our apples, you can leave. If you can't, then you'll die.
Fair enough. As I get ready in my position, may I have my stick back?
He like looks at the ground. He picks it up, gives you your stick. It's been swamped. It's dirty. It's yucky. It's wet.
Can I do one of those cool samurai things where they like move their sword in such a way where the gunk falls off of it, like kind of like whack it in the air and just like takes off the bud?
Oh yeah, for sure. You do that. It looks pretty cool. The trees did not notice. Not whatsoever.
I suppose I get myself ready for possible disengage action from the apples. Preparing myself, I suppose.
All right. As you're on this cliff, you do see that there's sharp, jagged rocks at the bottom of it, but there's pools of water around the sharp, jagged rocks. It's filled with moss, so you're not quite sure if they're all pools of water or how deep the pools of water there is. You also see that as the two trees that was talking to you start moving, 4 more trees also come into line as if they were right there, but you never noticed.
And
And
I see this might be harder than I thought.
they're holding big hands of apples. And I mean, like bunches of them. However, to the left of you, you notice that even though it's narrow, there's a cave not too far from you. Are you ready?
Actually, I believe I'm missing a single item of mine over towards. That way, it may fail as my pack. And I kind of gestured, not looking towards the cave, but like in the general direction. May I go grab my pack real quick? It's actually a very important item of mine that I need for my journey if I were to perish here.
Oh dear. You are lucky I rolled 2 ones. He looks around and he's looking at his feather awakened trees, and they're like all shrugging. He's like,
Yes, it will just be a second. It fell towards that direction, I believe.
all right. You're gonna try to move that way?
Yeah, I'll be like slowly moving over there while they're looking at me, and be like, "Oh yeah, definitely over here." As I'm inching closer and closer towards the cave, and as soon as I notice like, "Hey, this is probably the farthest I'm gonna get before they kind of get suspicious," I'm gonna book it.
As you're doing so, part of the cliff breaks apart. I need you to do me a strength check to catch yourself.
Okay, just a straight strength check.
Yes.
No, it was gonna land on a nat 20. No, 8. Oh, I'm so sad. Okay, it was an 8.
You catch yourself barely, but you do feel like your fingers are not going to hold you well. And if you don't hurry, you're going to fall to your death.
Okay, I guess in the sense, is there any way I could use my quarterstaff in a way to kind of maneuver kind of like maybe either push myself up or push myself towards the cave in any way?
I would say
Towards the other side?
I would say yes. You could try to do so using another strength check.
Okay. Okay, I'm gonna try to do that. 18.
Perfect. You get back up. You get there, and you finally see the cave entrance. And one of the trees is like, "I'm getting bored. When are we gonna throw the apples?" Wait, he's gotta pick something up. We'll throw apples at him after.
I'm running inside of the cave.
You run inside the cave. Ah, I love this part. As you're inside the cave, you see keys hung all over the place. Random keys, many different shaped keys. And then I gotta find the book for this. Where's my book? I have my book. Oh, don't tell me it's still in there. Give me a second. Gotta take off the headset.
You got so lucky with the 2 now ones.
I apologize. I did not hear that. What?
Oh, I said I got so lucky with the 2 now ones.
Oh, yeah. I was kind of hoping someone would figure it out. Alright, let's see here. Where is it? No, that's... Nope. Oh, come on. Oh, there goes all my paperwork. I gotta find this character, so I apologize, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, where are you? Hot where you're at? Downfall. Aha!
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but what? Alright, so you see this weird being. He has, well, you can't really tell whether it's a he or a she. But the being is light skinned, bright green eyes, smiles, has a bunch of keys hanging all over the clothing, and sharp ears, very short, like goblin size short.
Pardon me, I didn't believe anybody lived here.
No problem. Who are you?
I am Shinsu Hilnorn. I bow. I was just retrieving. I'm gonna be frank. I was running away from those trees out there.
Ah, yeah, I'm stuck in here thanks to those trees. Jingle jangle, at your service.
Yes. Yes. Nice to meet you, Jingle Jangle. I see you have a variety of many different keys on you.
Yes, for every key that's ever created, I always have a copy.
Shinsu goes into his pockets and try to find his key to the mug thing. Like a key like this?
She instantly looks at it, points upwards, and you see the exact same key, but there's like 16 copies.
That's interesting. I thought these were only made in the Monk Tower, and they never really go anywhere.
They do, but wherever a key is made, I always get a copy, even if I don't want it.
I see. I guess I know who to go to when I lose a key.
I guess. But how did you get here? It's not an easy task to get into. What is this place called again? Hither.
Hither. I'm not sure myself. I was transported here, I believe. I fell from up there, and he points towards the. Oh wait, there's no sky right here. I fell from the sky.
Do you work for the hags?
I don't know who the hags are. I don't believe I do.
Well, if you're going to be here, you might as well know a few things. One, you're no longer in your mortal realm. This is a place of magic, controlled by 3 hags.
Magic controlled by 3 hags?
Well, it used to be controlled by someone much better than them. But you know how it is. Evil tends to find a way.
I feel like there's a balance to these things.
True. So, let me be the first to welcome you to the land of Prismere, or as it once was called. This place was a very valuable and very beautiful place. Made by Zalbina, a very powerful being who enjoyed the company of kids.
Oh,
But the specific area you're in is hither.
I see.
You okay?
Excuse me, may I say this is a little overwhelming to hear.
Yes, choose a rock, a dirt pile, the floor.
Ah, yes, this dirt pile right underneath me should be well enough.
I don't normally have guests, and I apologize. This is it's not supposed to be here. Things all changed. I used to live in better accommodations, I would say.
I understand your situation. I am a wanderer of some sort, so being in this type of environment is I'm somewhat used to it.
Ah. Well, if you're here, you might as well know. There's a few things that you're definitely going to have to understand. One, kids can't die here. Period.
Oh, a world where children are not affected by the afflictions of the world.
No, nor do they age either, so.
That's interesting.
But that's Zalbina's magic. And if that's still around, that means she's still alive. Gives me hope. At least, I hope that something not too bad has happened to her. If you get what I mean.
Yes, I hope she's all right. She sounds like a fine person.
Yes. But that was way before the Coven, the Hourglass Coven, appeared.
Hourglass.
Be careful of them. Go ahead.
Are they the hags?
Yes. They're evil people. They did something and took over this place. I'm gonna put this on a 15-minute break because I'm hearing the car alarm going off.
Okay. That's fine.
Alright, so, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be right back in 15 minutes. Till then, we'll be back when we be back.
Yeah.
So, we'll be right back. See ya.
myself interesting. I'm very like very different, but I'm very similar to when I was in the party. Cause I'm here. I don't know why I'm here. I'm asking questions, but I'm also kind of receiving my own different answers in a way. I feel like I'm more of the calm, collected type. And I feel like when I get there, I'm also gonna be the calm and collected type. I'm like, yeah, I'm here, but I'm here for potentially different reasons than the rest of you.
All right. So we're back. We're live and our mics are up. Go ahead and do a sound check for me.
Check, 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 check. 1, 2, 1, 2.
All right. Hello? What?
Hello.
Huh. That's interesting. Go ahead and do that again.
Hello, hello. Check, check, check.
Wonder if it's because... It's just I'm noticing that your voice is being caught from my headset. I didn't notice that. Well, nevertheless, let's get back into game. So, you were about to ask something.
What was I going to ask? Let me kind of get into what I was thinking of. We were talking about the hags. The children, after the children, you said that they cannot die or age.
Yep.
And oh yes. Does everyone get transported here? Or is just is there a purpose we get transported here?
Only those that are allowed to be here are allowed to be here. Zalbina usually has that permission, but the hags tend to only invite people here when they want. No one else has control here. No one that I know of. And if they did bring you here, that wasn't Zalbina or one of the hags, well, that person will be stronger than all 4 of them.
Huh. That is interesting. I did meet a person of some sort. I cannot tell what they were precisely. They changed forms quite frequently. Sent me on a precarious mission here, but I don't fully have all the pieces.
As you say that, you see a smiling young girl appear behind Jingle Jangle, smiling at you.
Speaking of which, as I kind of like don't mention it, but I kind of like turn my head to look over their shoulder, being like, do you mind turning around for me for a split second?
Both the little girl and Jingle Jangle turn around. And Jingle Jangle's like surprised. Oh, who are you? And the girl's like, what am I supposed to be looking at?
I was referring to the person in front of you. You can turn back around. Yeah, not the both of you, just one of you. The one furthest from us.
The young girl does turn around, and her dress flows with her. She's got one of those, how can I say, period dresses, right, for the rich.
Mm-hmm.
And it looks nice on her. She's got the human features. She's got brown hair. She's got beautiful blue eyes and the white skin. to go along with it.
I turned around again. And once again I ask, who are you? Boom. Why do you want to know? This is the person that you were referring to?
I believe so. I saw him in a different appearance, or three different appearances. I'm assuming so.
My form is a lot stronger here. I could stay this way all day long. I see.
I definitely believe that it's them.
No offense, dear. Would you, go sit over there with your, adopted father?
I'm a monk. I cannot have children, or at least the temple rules prevent us from having children.
I'm way too old to have a daddy.
I am far too young to be a father.
The little girl, though, she starts skipping towards you, and you can see that she's about to jump at you. What do you do?
I just sit there. I just sit there still, just been like no reaction, just like, huh.
Alright, since you have no reaction, she jumps right on top of your lap and just lays there.
Ah, you are perhaps sending mixed signals to the lovely other person in the room. I.
No, I'm just doing what I want to do.
Ah. Okay. No harm, no foul.
When she lands on you, you feel something different. Like a magical aura. And it's radiating from her.
You seem to have a type of energy to you.
Her form changes into a cat.
Ah, this must be the cat you were speaking of.
You just hear purring sounds.
I turned to the key, excuse me, what was the name again?
Jingle jingle.
Oh, Jingle, I turned to Jingle Jingle. Yes, perhaps you see what I mean now.
I think I do. She's unique.
Very unique.
Have you known her for long?
I had a faint memory of her when I believe I had a faint memory of her when I was a child. And once I thought of that memory, she appeared, and I would say I've known of her for a while. No, do I know her more than that? Not necessarily.
Well, alright. She's the one that brought you here.
I believe so. And I don't know if she's gonna change forms, but let me try to fashion up a little carry bag for my back. That would be very, unpolite to just not carry her at this point since she's a cat. I'm not sure if it's like a willingly changing or changing sporadically. I cannot determine at all.
So you're trying to put her in your bag?
I'm trying to fashion like a little carry-on, like to tie it to my bag, like a little like those little cat beds, that people carry like a backpack.
Oh, okay. Uh,
Yeah,
I'm not gonna make you roll for this. I'm gonna just say that you've succeeded on this.
yeah.
Um, Jingle Jingle seems a little confused, but she doesn't seem like she's that surprised. But how can you be when you're in a world full of magic?
Yeah, I tend to have a mantra, jingle jangle. Just go with the flow.
Oh, well, all right. I'm assuming that she has a purpose for you here. If she brought you here.
I believe so. Yes, to help these adventurers. There's a twin, a cat, and an old man who perished.
Twin cats and an old man that perish.
Yes. I'm not sure if you have seen them or have seen them walking by. I'm not sure how they look like. I have no. Maybe what type of keys they have, and if you can point to the type of keys they have.
It's been a while. I very apologize, but at the current moment, I haven't had any true encounters. See, Babylona runs this area, and she likes where I'm stuck in one spot. Type of thing.
Ah. And can you not move at all, or is it because of the the trees outside that keep you trapped in here?
Let's just say I'm just not fast enough to get away from those trees anyways.
Ah.
They pick me
I
up.
definitely cannot take him on at the moment.
We're stuck here then. And I do apologize. But here's the good news. We always have apples.
That's a fair point. I do agree with you. Apples are good. I just wish they weren't being thrown at me in a projectile way that could possibly end my life at any moment. But hey, I mean, still good.
But if you leave the cave, then yes, that'd be the way to get the apples. But exactly the same time, she kind of like goes behind a little rock area and pulls out a few more apples. They always leave me a pile.
Ah.
And I have a hot spring over there. And she points like further down in the cave. You can't see, it's pure dark. And then she points at another direction in the cave. And then I have fresh water over there.
I see. Ah. Would my dark vision like be able to see any of this, or is it like it's just too far away?
Even with dark vision, it's just way too far away. This cave is oddly bigger than what it looks.
Ah, I see. This seems like a wonderful place to meditate. Have you meditated before?
Do I have a choice?
A choice on meditating?
Meaning, I'm stuck here. Most of the time, I'm just with keys. And now that you're here, I have something to talk to. Otherwise, I was always talking to myself.
Yes, I do tend to be good company. At least for a day or so. Until I usually wander off.
So, we should probably ask the
cat? You can see that there's like a very good question mark on why you're specifically here.
Of course. I'm not. They're kind of comfortable. Are they like laying down? Are they just purring? Or are they like sleeping? Or are they just full on awake?
You can see this cat is fully sleeping now.
Ah, perhaps we can wait a little longer. I'd feel bad for waking them. Rest is kind of one of the main things we need throughout the days, and I wouldn't want to be awakened from my rest.
Well, okay. Well, while you're here, you feel free to use uh, the facilities here. You know, to clean up, rest, relax, eat. If you have
Yes,
any,
perhaps.
if you have any questions for me, I'd be glad to answer.
Yes, perhaps I could do something for you. I do have a interesting, various different things. I can I use my cantrip the Theo. I forgot what it's called. It's a cantrip where you can manifest a minor wanderer sign of spiritual power. It's called Tao Matuguri. I forgot. I don't know how to pronounce it correctly. Demaguri? Oh my god, I'm so bad at pronouncing this.
It's under spells, right?
Yes, it's Thau
Isn't that Tamatatri?
Tamotachi. Yeah, it's a weird pronunciation.
Yeah. What? Go ahead and so. What does it specifically do?
Okay, so there's a little bit of different things you can do. You can boom your voice 3 times as loud as normal. You can cause a flame to flicker bright or dim, or change the color for 1 minute. You can also create instantaneous sound that originates from a point of your choice within range. You instantly cause an unlocked door or window to fly open or slam shut. You alter the appearance of your eyes for 1 minute. So I think I would like to make a snap my fingers and make a dim flame, and maybe alternate colors between the tiny flame to kind of make it like more party-ish. Or
Okay.
like not party-ish, but like just change between colors. Like if it's like a circus type of thing, where it's like goes red, blue, green. You know, I'm not sure if you've seen something like this before, but I figured a little change of pace in the cave would be nice.
This is delightful. Yes, this is quite well. But well,
As I can,
go ahead.
yes, I can also do various different things with this specific one thing I know, but this is pretty much the peak of it right here.
Do me a favor. Roll me perception check.
Okay. 16.
When you use that magic, you noticed just from the like a brief glimpse that the cat faded for a second as you used your magic.
Ah. Perhaps I kind of poke the cat a little bit, just kind of like trying to softly awaken her.
She reacts to your touch.
I don't believe she's going to wake up anytime soon, but yes, continue what you were saying.
But I don't really know what anything else to say. This is a lovely light show.
Yes. I believe that this cave is there no other exit from this cave? is the main exit just throughout the front over there? As I point behind me where I came in.
Uh, she nods her head, yes, pretty much.
Ah. Do you have any rope?
No. They took that away from me last time. I got
I see.
keys.
You got. Sorry, what do you have?
I have a lot of keys.
Keys.
Would that help?
Actually, how attached are you to the keys? Are you very attached or slightly attached to the keys?
No matter where I go, they will always appear.
And I kind of pull up my pack. And I'm like, I do have some rope, a tinderbox, a hammer, a crowbar.
Just remember, if a key is lost with me, it's lost forever. Even its duplicates.
Oh. Well, I definitely don't. That kind of killed my plan. Well, let me throw all this back in my pack. I do have some rope, and it is only 50 feet, and I doubt that could get us down this mountain.
And even so, we won't get far enough down before a tree either grabs us or throws an apple at us.
Yes. Are the trees somewhat conversative with you at all? Do they talk to you at all?
No. One keeps on asking whether or not they should just forget about me and leave me to starve. There's another tree that would prefer just to kill me.
Yeah, that's kind of the situation I was in. I was given a choice between getting apples thrown at me while I'm on the edge of a cliff, and if I avoid all the apples, I can walk away. But I was able to convince them to let me in this cave.
Damn it.
I rolled a 2 on insight. She looks at you and is like, all right.
Yes, it was kind of may I say they're not very intelligent.
Well, they're only awakened trees.
Perhaps we can negotiate. I do see they like killing, but perhaps they have something that they may want for exchange of our passage by.
Well, I don't know. That all depends on what the hags promised them.
Ah,
More specifically, Balvona.
Palavona. Yes, I did mention you talked about that.
And she controls the third of Prismere. My advice is if you ever meet her, just run.
Yes, I do believe I have an idea, but it's very far-fetched. I could, perhaps... I do have this flute. It's been a while, but there has been situations where this flute has been useful to me, despite it has no magical properties whatsoever. Perhaps if I play a good enough tune, they'll be distracted enough by the tunes that we perhaps could slowly pass them without them wanting to kill us?
Well, that's a possibility. In the meantime, while we try to figure out a plan, let's just rest for here.
Ah, of course. And as soon as she says, or as soon as they say rest, um, Sensu, me, I just fall on my back. But good point. I think I'm just going to rest here.
You go ahead and rest. And you can hear Jingle Jangle move about, doing different stuff. And you're not quite sure if time is passing. You are in a cave, after all, no sense of where the sun could be or anything like that. You don't feel the cat anymore. What do you do?
Well, I needed to ask you a question, but I'm sure you'll pop up again.
You get a little laugh. And that's about it.
Ah, I see you're still here somewhere. Anywhere. Perhaps you could give me an idea on how to get to those trees, and also why this place out of all places to be transported to?
You hear a whisper. It feels like it's right inside your ear. Your right ear. They're on their way now. Follow them.
The trees.
No, the adventurers.
Get really? Oh, okay. Are they here with the trees, or are they just here?
They're being chased by the trees.
Ah, I suppose they are not very smart as well.
No, but they're looking for someone. You found the someone.
Ah, I see. So it's one of those things, I guess. Well, I suppose I could help them reach here. I just need to figure out how I can not get killed by these trees.
No, but they're gonna need your help to get out.
Fair point. Well, I suppose there's no time like the present. Then I start packing my stuff and you're like, well, good thing I have a mantra. Go with the flow. And I start walking out.
As you do so, the game ends.
We just fade.
Yep, we
Into the session.
fade to black, and then the credits roll up with an awesome, what's it called? Rob Zombie music playing in the background. And since it's a very short credits, at the end, it shows your character name, Sensu
Helnor.
Heller?
Helnor.
And it says, "We'll return in the next episode."
I love that.
Yeah, I played it off as a Marvel movie. Ha 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 ha.
Yeah.
Oh. Well, with that said, go ahead and level up your character to level 2.
Let's go. Alright, I'm going to be far more useful to the group now.
Oh, yes.
Oh, I also have a dedicated weapon. Okay.
Gosh.
I guess that'd be my quarterstaff regardless.
I wasn't gonna take away anything from you on the very first show. I'm a more, I'm a forgiving DM.
Yeah, that situation, I just had no idea how I was gonna survive the fall. I was like, well, I got my quarterstaff. There's trees. If there's a hope, there's a way. If there's a will, there's a way.
You're lucky one of the trees actually did catch you, though.
Yeah.
Oh, that was funny. So, what did you think about the game so far?
Oh, it's great. I love it. That all those encounters, I felt like Shensu is just very either lucky or he's just persuading enough. He's not that persuasive, but he's just persuasive enough to be getting past these encounters.
Big time, big time. And I love the fact that your character's just going with the flow. Just randomly out there with being picked on by a young girl, and then all of a sudden she chooses you out of nowhere. For
Yep.
something you have no clue why.
Yep. You're just like, well, I suppose life is full of many journeys. I would figure it out. And if this is part of the experience, well, I'm going with it. Literally falling from the sky. Well, I wasn't expecting this morning.
Oh, man. Well, with that said, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, it has been a pleasure playing this game, being your DM for today and on this episode. Soup, go ahead and reintroduce yourself again and put in all your tags and so forth for the audience.
All right. Yeah. Like I said, I'm El Supa. I'm a variety Twitch streamer. I stream many different games. At elsupa.twitch.tv. You're always welcome to come and join me. I'm always have a good time. I also DM sessions on the weekends for my players. A big D&D fan. If you haven't watched the movie, go ahead and watch it. It's great. And also, if you're ever thinking about doing D&D and want to learn about it, you should definitely get into it. It's one of those hobbies where a lot of people think that they are not interested, but once you get into it, you kind of get addicted. It becomes a little bit of a drug, I would like to say.
It's very, very hard to get out of it.
Yeah. It's like it's like one of those things. You get grappled by it, and you just never have enough strength or athletics to get out.
Oh,
And
man.
yeah, that's me.
Well, before we actually end our stream, there is one other thing that I would need you to do.
Yeah.
Would you do me a favor? Roll me a d20.
Yeah. A 15.
Good. And for those of you who are wondering what this is, well, you're going to have to find out on our next episode of Wild Beyond the Witchlight, the final roll. Thank you guys, and we'll see you later.
Bye-bye.